Hello everyone and welcome to my channel once again. I really appreciate your listening to me. Today I'll be talking briefly about the current prevailing increasing and alarming rate of fraud in the banking system and how too many people are falling victim and many cases go unresolved to the detriment of the victims. I strongly suspect a kind of collusion or syndicate of some sort comprising the fraudulent staff of the bank, especially in ICT department, and fraudsters outside, because these things cannot be done without internal collusion. I know these things happen in other countries. Many of the such countries, investigation, prosecution, and punishment are very strong on perpetrators. Unlike in our system where the fraudster is parted at the back and the victims appear to be left to lick their wounds. In the past few weeks, when I posted my personal experience with a fraudster, I've received almost about 10 complaints from people relating to the same fraudster issue, from people that are close to me, that are known to me, not to talk of other people that I'm not aware of. In my own case, Providence Bank was responsive and responsible enough to refund my money swiftly. I give them kudos for that, even if it happened after I went online. Some other banks will not even bother. They won't give a hoot to reply you or to respond, even if you go to the moon to collect a court order. Unfortunately, many Nigerians are too laid back to pursue their rights or to go the extra mile to make sure that they get what is due to them. Unfortunately, it's like we fear our oppressors and we don't do what we need to do to demand our rights. More often than not, we go religious and we push responsibility to God. Sometimes we say, oh, that's how God wants it. God will fight for me. Remember that God will not do for you what He has given you the ability to do for yourself. More worse is that the Customer Protection Department of the CBN and other agencies that are supposed to investigate this type of cases seems to me that they are becoming either docile, incapable, or overwhelmed by the mere volume of these cases that they appear to have given up. Because of that, the fraudsters themselves are capitalizing on this laxity to apply their illicit trade at the expense of innocent victims. If nothing is done urgently, people will begin to lose confidence in the banking industry. That's if that's not already happening, especially as related to electronic banking, and even the cashless policy will become under threat because of this kind of occurrences. Remember the case of insurance companies. Nigerians are just getting to adjust to gain confidence and trust insurance business now. You know, insurance companies ought to be bigger than banks as it is it obtains in some other parts of the world. But because of the attitude of these insurance companies in not settling claim or bringing in fine prints when it's time to settle claim to tell you why they are not going to settle claim. And now that they are beginning to build the confidence of Nigeria and they are improving drastically, Nigerians are yet to come to terms with trusting insurance companies, especially when it comes to voluntarily taking insurance policy. Banks must be careful not to go the same way. Not even at this time, when with the introduction of artificial intelligence, AI, and blockchain technology, where you can in your home country open an account abroad and operate an account in another country. We should be careful not to make Nigerian banks suffer for what is currently happening with Nigerian banks. There has to be a change. We must change. Already, people are looking for ways to sort out themselves and to help themselves legally. For example, I have a client that today he doesn't even do anything, internet banking, ATM, or whatever. All he does for his main account, he uses paper check, normal check. When he wants to pay you, he gives you check. And if he wants to transfer, he has a minor account where he transfers for ATM uses. Personally, I'm thinking of doing the same thing. And I think that everyone should do that, because it will help you to limit your online exposure as much as possible until things improve and until the system take responsibility for what should be done. I'm suggesting that your major account need not to have any internet banking, ATM, or online banking. Just use your serially numbered checkbook to do your transaction and have another account, a minor account, a petty cash account, where you can either go to the bank and transfer, use check to transfer, normally through the banking system. And you have an ATM there which will even have a limit, and you are able to manage yourself like that, so that if something happens, you are able to save yourself from large losses. Of course, I'm not discouraging anybody from internet banking or mobile banking. I am a fintech person. In fact, I play in that space. I have a product on fintech. And yet, we must take practical steps to help ourselves and to do what we need to do in any legitimate way possible until the system is ready to be serious and take responsibility. I also think that we should have a database. The authorities responsible should have a database of all these fraudsters, especially when they are convicted, where their particulars will be stored, like their BVN, their NIN, even their referees, KYC details. They should be there. And other details necessary, just like we have a sex offenders register in a state like Lagos, where the people that are convicted of rape or any other, sexual offense, similar offense, is stored for everyone to see. This might help to curtail these terrible fraudsters and people that are defrauding people here and there. I told you that some people have called me. One example is a woman that went to ATM to withdraw money that was sent to her for school fees, about 400,000. She went to the ATM swallowed up her card, and she went to complain. They asked her to come back. By the time she came back, they told her they couldn't locate the ATM or that they couldn't retrieve the ATM, and that she needs to get another ATM card. Upon issuing another ATM card, she discovered that within the time she went for the ATM got stuck and she got a new one, already she has been debited about 400,000, wiping out everything in her account. As I speak, up till now, few weeks after, the money has not been refunded. The bank has been tossing her to and fro, and this is terrible. And this is not just the case. I have another woman with a similar case of ATM fraud, about 200,000. But I'm just trying to give a few weeks more or a few days more. If nothing is done on these cases, I'm going to come to give the full details, mentioning the names of the banks and every detail legally permissible to be revealed. I will reveal it on this platform. We need to actually take action. The banking industry should take action. I would advise as many of us as are listening to me, be careful with using ATM machine these days. If you want to use the one that is the ATM you are holding belongs to, and go to the particular bank branch instead of using a random ATM. Better still, I would advise that you patronize a human POS agent that you can see physically and interact with, so that there will be no stories that touch the heart. The question I ask some of these people, especially with the ATM fraud, the question is, how about the camera that is in front of the ATM? Is it that they are not able to capture what's going on in there? Apart from that, engaging ICT staff these days, it appears that banks are losing it. Probably the Jackpot syndrome is now affecting us. Professionals are leaving for greener pastures abroad. And maybe banks are left with no option than to employ Yahoo boys or people of questionable character to man their systems. And this is not auguring well. I pray that, like we say, God will help us. But we need to take action and help ourselves. I have many things to say, but let me spare you this now. See you very soon. Kindly subscribe, like, follow, hit the notification button. I'll come your way again very soon. Thank you so much. God bless you.